So here's where we really get down to the most important parts of this. You are not going to be able to provide all the electricity for the building with a cogen system. The only way you could do that is if you had way more money than you knew what to do with. You don't want to size for the peak load because the system will be way too expensive. So you can't sit there and think, oh, well, we'll be able to do all of our electricity if we put in the right cogen. No. And the same thing with the thermal energy. You may be able to provide a very large proportion of the thermal energy, but you probably won't be able to provide all. And these are some of the different kinds of loads that you might be able to satisfy. And in fact, the whole thing with cogen is you want the system going as close to full power as possible, 24/7, 365. When that system is not operating, not only does it mean that it's not paying back as quickly as it should, but it also means you're getting hammered by Con Ed for incurring more kW demand than they originally thought you were going to because you were putting this thing in. So the thing you want to do is have as much load as possible that you can supply from the cogen, and that's why places with a large cooling load will sometimes add absorption chillers so that they can take advantage of the waste heat in the summertime. Otherwise, you're stuck with domestic hot water, which isn't that big of a load, etc., etc. So these are the factors that will lead to the best payback. You want the thing running as much as possible. You want high uptime. You want to minimize dumping. I hate dumping the heat. I feel like, what's the point, right? So you want to minimize the amount that you dump. You want to size the system to meet the electrical base load. I'll show you a picture of that in a second. And so what you do is you figure out, well, what is my electrical base load? And that's the absolute biggest system that you should put in. And then you may have to make it still smaller depending on what your thermal loads are. And this is a mistake that keeps getting made all the time in these systems.